Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is ioannis@ioannis.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. What are these blind spots I keep hearing you talk about? Blind spots, yes, this is something that I talk about very often in my coaching sessions and my coaching online courses. So basically, for anything on your guitar playing, this can belong to three categories. One is the handled category. Handled means that you don't have a problem there at all. Then the next category is weak point, means that you have a problem and you know it. You know like that you need to develop this specific thing. No, you don't necessarily know how, but you know that you have a problem there. This is very, like a usual example is someone who knows that he has to learn a specific scale in the different positions, but he has not learned them yet, so he knows that he has the problem. The blind spot is the next and the worst level of problem on the guitar, because it means that you have a problem and you don't know that you have it. Like there is something wrong with your playing and you don't know it. A very usual example has to do with like bad noise, extraneous noise in your playing. Many people have accepted the fact that when you play guitar, there is a lot of extra noise of strings ringing and stuff like that. So they just they don't hear it. So they play, it sounds very bad because of that noise, but they actually don't hear it. So a blind spot is a problem that you have and you don't know that you have. To give a silly example, it's like kind of like having bad breath and not knowing that about it. Unless someone tells you that you have bad breath, then you will never know. So you only learn by accident. So what can you do about these blind spots? The most important thing to understand is that in order to fix a blind spot, you need outside help, some kind of outside assistance. Now, the first kind of assistance is the assistance that will take the blind spot and make it into a weak point. So basically, this is someone who knows what he's talking about on the specific subject, which is guitar. If he comes and tells you, listen, you have this problem. For example, as I said, you have a lot of noise in your playing. Now, if you accept his assessment, then now you don't have a blind spot anymore. What do you have? Now you have a weak point, because now there's a problem, but you know about it. And then in order to fix it, you can do whatever you would do to fix any kind of problem. The best idea is always to get a coach, as I have mentioned several times in the past, but there may be, depending on the problem, other ways you can fix this specific problem spot. Like for example, one idea is if you have a lot of noise, to start using a noise gate in your pedal board, and this is going to help a little bit. And then, researching different ways you can mute strings, this is going to help even more. And so on and so forth. But once again, the best idea would be to have someone who would coach you to get over the blind spot. Now, most guitar players, the reason they stay stagnant and they don't develop their playing is because of blind spots, not because of weak points. Because how can you do something to fix a problem you don't know that you have? And this is one of the most important things of coaching. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about it, but this is one of the most important things. One of the most important reasons why you should get a coach and then execute what he says, because he's going to be qualified to find all your blind spots and then tell you about them so that they become weak points, and then you can both together develop a strategy on fixing these things. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you on the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Bye bye.